When you were a child, one mistake would bring a warning. One misbehavior would bring a scolding. One wrong step and your parents would pull you back. But as you grew older, something quietly changed. The warnings stopped, the scolding faded, and the guidance disappeared. Not because you became perfect, but because the word was ready to teach you instead. And the word does not teach gently. Society does not correct you with love, it corrects you with consequences, with humiliation, with rejection, and with silence. Psychology calls this maturity, but emotionally it feels like the end of protection. This is the moment a human truly grows up, not when they turn 18, but when society replaces their parents. Learning through protection. In early childhood, human learning happens inside a protective emotional container, the family. From a psychological perspective, parents act as primary regulator of behavior, emotional buffers against the harshness of reality, and moral guides. When a child misbehaves, parents scold, but the intention is correction, not rejection. A child's brain interprets parental discipline as I am still loved, even when I am wrong. This is crucial. According to attachment theory, secure attachment allows children to make mistakes without fear of abandonment. Correction happens inside emotional safety. That's why childhood mistakes don't leave deep scars. They are corrected early, gently, and repeatedly. The child learns right versus wrong, boundaries, and consequences, but softened by love. Psychologically, this phase builds emotional security, trust in authority, and a sense of belonging. Why parents slowly stop correcting? As a child grows, parents reduce intervention, not because they stop caring, but because development demands autonomy. From a development psychology lens, adolescence and adulthood require self regulation. Overcorrection at this stage weakens independence. Parents unconsciously understand if we keep protecting, society will never accept them. So they step back, not emotionally but behaviorally. This transition is painful for parents because they must let go, for children because protection fades. Psychologically, this is the handover moment. Authority shifts from parents to society. Society as the new teacher. Society is not a caregiver, it is a system, and systems do not love. When an adult makes mistakes, society responds with judgment instead of advice, consequences instead of correction, and labels instead of understanding. There is no, honey, next time be careful. It's okay, you will learn. Instead, there is job rejection, social exclusion, loss of respect, and financial pressure. Psychology calls this natural consequences learning, and it is the most powerful but also the most painful teacher. Unlike parents, society does not explain twice, does not forgive easily, and does not forget quickly. This is why adult mistakes leave permanent emotional marks, why society's lessons are never forgotten. Neurologically, adult experiences are processed differently. When a child is corrected, the brain is still flexible. The amygdala, like fear center, is less dominant, and emotional pain fades quickly. But in adulthood, the prefrontal cortex is fully developed, social identity is established, and reputation becomes survival currency. So, when society humiliates, rejects, or punishes, the brain stores it as a threat memory. Shame becomes deeply encoded, and the lesson becomes unforgettable. This is why adults say life taught me lessons I'll never forget. Psychologically, these are identity shaping moments. Entering the world of earning. The moment a person steps out to earn, they enter the real psychological battlefield. Workplaces, markets, and social hierarchies introduce power dynamics, competition, exploitation, and ego clashes. Here, no one asks about your intentions, only results matter. People judge you by your usefulness, your productivity, and your status. Psychology refers to this as performance based worth. This is shocking for many adults because at home love was unconditional. Outside, respect is conditional. This is where emotional innocence ends. Learning people, not rules. At this stage, humans stop learning rules. They start learning people. You begin to understand who smiles but means harm, who stays silent but supports you, who uses kindness as manipulation, and who respects power, not character. Social psychology calls this social intelligence development. This is when a person learns when to speak, when to stay silent, whom to trust, and whom to keep distant. These lessons are not taught in books, they are taught through pain. Why society feels cruel? Society feels harsh because it is designed for function, not emotion. From a psychological system's view, society rewards efficiency, punishes weakness, and ignore context. This creates a survival mindset. People become guarded, strategic, and emotionally controlled. Not because they want to, but because vulnerability is expensive. This is not cruelty. This is adaptation. The psychological meaning of maturity. You said something profound. Maturity is probably this. Psychology agrees. Maturity is not age, knowledge, and authority. True maturity is understanding reality without resentment, accepting that love and fairness are limited, regulating emotions despite injustice, and choosing responses instead of reacting blindly. A mature person knows parents correct with love, society corrects with consequences, and they stop expecting society to behave like parents. Emotional loneliness of adulthood. One of the hardest truths of adulthood is you are emotionally on your own. Not because no one cares, but because everyone is fighting their own battles. Psychologically, this creates emotional self reliance, internal strength, and quiet resilience. This is why mature people speak less, observe more, react calmly, and choose carefully. They have been taught harshly. Final reflection, from protection to wisdom. Parents teach you how to walk. Society teaches you how to survive. Parents forgive your mistakes. Society remembers them. Parents corrects you with love. Society corrects you with reality. And somewhere between these two, a human becomes fully aware. Not bitter, not cold, but awake. This awakening is painful, but it is also powerful. Because once you understand society, you stop being broken by it. You become intentional, you become grounded, and you become mature. Growing up is not about becoming stronger. It's about realizing that no one is coming to protect you anymore and still choosing to stand with dignity. This is adulthood. This is maturity. That is what society teaches once parents step aside. If this video resonates with you, like it and share it. And don't forget to subscribe YouTube TraitSense channel. Thank you.